Baldr, one of the lesser-known Norse gods, whose death will herald the end of all gods and the beginning of Ragnarok.
And why'd they include Baldr? No one's even heard of him.
Sure they have, Baldur the Brave.
One of the most intriguing gods in mythology, Baldr is the god of light, purity, and beauty. His tale is a complex narrative of love, tragedy, and hope. Central in Norse mythology, Baldur's story is integral to understanding the beliefs and values of the ancient Norse people. He is often described as the most beautiful and beloved of all the gods, with a radiance that shines brighter than the sun. But Baldur's story takes a dark turn, as it is also a tale of his untimely death and the profound impact it had on the other gods and the world. In this video, we will delve deep into the world of Norse mythology and explore the tumultuous life and death of Baldr. Baldr, the shining god, was born to two of the most powerful deities in Norse mythology. His father, Odin, the All-Father and King of the gods, and his mother, Frigg, the Queen of the Aesir and a goddess associated with foresight and wisdom. Baldr's lineage alone speaks volumes about his importance in the Norse pantheon. Baldr was married to Nanna, a goddess associated with flowers and plants. Their union was a symbol of the harmonious relationship between light and nature. Nanna's love for Baldr was so profound that she died of grief after Baldr's death and joined him in the realm of the dead. Baldr and Nanna had a son named Forseti, who was the god of justice and reconciliation. Forseti was known for his wisdom and fairness, and he presided over disputes between gods and humans alike. The presence of Forseti in Baldr's family further emphasizes the themes of harmony, balance, and justice that are prevalent in Baldr's story. The myth of Baldr's death is one of the most well-known and significant stories in Norse mythology. It is a tale that encompasses themes of love, betrayal, and the inevitability of fate. The Norse myths recount everything that has happened and will happen, from the creation of the world to its destruction in Ragnarok, where even the gods perish. In the Eddic poem Völuspá, Völva, a seeress or shamanic figure in Norse mythology, delivers a prophecy to Odin. In it, she says that it is the death of Baldur that starts the chain of events leading to the end of the world in Ragnarok. Baldur began having prophetic dreams of his own death, which greatly disturbed him and his family. His father Odin rode to the underworld to revive the long-dead seeress, who told him that Baldur would be killed by his blind brother, Hod. His mother, Frigg, in her desperation to protect her beloved son, made every object on earth vow never to harm Baldur. She extracted promises from stones, metals, fire, water, animals, and plants. However, she overlooked the seemingly harmless mistletoe, deeming it too young and insignificant to make a vow. Frigg's actions rendered Baldur invulnerable to harm from any object that had vowed not to hurt him. The gods, in their joy, began a game where they would throw objects at Baldur, only to watch them bounce off harmlessly. This game became a symbol of Baldur's invincibility and the gods' triumph over fate. However, Loki, the trickster god, learned about the one thing that could harm Baldur, the mistletoe. He fashioned an arrow from the mistletoe, and during the game where other gods were throwing objects at Baldur, Loki tricked the blind god Hod into throwing the dart made of mistletoe. The dart struck Baldur, and to the shock of the other gods, Baldur fell dead, fulfilling the prophecy in his dreams. Baldur's death was a devastating blow to the gods and the world. The light and beauty that Baldur represented seemed to vanish, leaving a palpable void. The gods were in shock, and their grief was immeasurable. Baldur's mother, Frigg, was inconsolable, and Baldur's wife, Nanna, died of grief, joining him in the realm of the dead. In an attempt to bring back Baldr from the dead and avoid the coming of Ragnarok, Frigg sent the god Hermod to Hel to please for Baldr's return. Hel agreed on the condition that all things wept for him. All things did weep for Baldr, except for one, a giantess who was none other than the trickster Loki in disguise. Baldr's death was a turning point in Norse mythology, marking the beginning of the end for the gods and the onset of Ragnarok, the final battle that would bring about the destruction of the world. After his tragic death, Baldr's soul descended to Hel, the realm of the dead, named after the goddess who ruled over it. This realm is often described as a dark and gloomy place, far removed from the light and beauty that Baldr represented in life. In Hel, Baldr was reunited with his wife, Nanna, who had died of grief after his death. The two were said to reside in a special part of Hel, where they would wait until the end of the world, known as Ragnarok. Despite the sadness of their story, Baldr and Nanna's reunion in the afterlife is often seen as a symbol of enduring love and hope in the face of tragedy. According to Norse mythology, Baldr will return to life after Ragnarok, the final battle that will result in the death of many gods, including Odin and Thor, and the destruction of the world. After Ragnarok, a new world will emerge, and Baldr will play a crucial role in rebuilding it. He will be joined by his brother Vali, who survives Ragnarok and helps to restore order to the world. The prophecy of Baldr's return is a testament to the enduring nature of light and goodness, even in the face of darkness and destruction. Baldr is a complex figure in Norse mythology, embodying a range of themes and symbols that are central to the ancient Norse worldview. Baldr is often described as the most beautiful of all the gods. His beauty is not just physical but also spiritual, representing the ideal of love and harmony. Baldr's relationship with his wife, Nanna, is a testament to the power of love, as she chose to join him in the afterlife rather than live without him. Baldr's name is derived from the Old Norse word Baldr, meaning brave or bold. However, despite his association with bravery, Baldr is also a symbol of purity and innocence. His untimely death is often seen as a reflection of the vulnerability of goodness in a world filled with chaos and violence. In Norse mythology, Baldr represents the balance between light and darkness, good and evil. His death is a pivotal event that sets in motion the events leading to Ragnarok, the final battle between the forces of good and evil. Baldr's eventual return after Ragnarok symbolizes the triumph of light over darkness and the restoration of balance to the world. Baldr continues to be a popular figure in modern culture, appearing in various forms of media, including literature, film, and video games. Baldr's story weaves together themes of love, tragedy, and hope. His beauty, purity, and significance in the cosmic balance of Norse mythology make him a fascinating figure who has captivated people's imaginations for centuries. Baldr's enduring appeal lies in his representation of the light and goodness that can exist in a world often filled with darkness and chaos. His story is a reminder that even in the face of tragedy, there is always hope for a brighter future. What do you think of Baldr's story? Do you see him as a vulnerability to the gods, or do you see him as the strength of beauty and love? Let me know in the comments. If you don't want to miss the next installment of Mythology, don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications.